Hey guys, it's Mike.
It's Rowena.
So this story about the United flight passenger is just picking up even more steam, and new revelations has been launched, and this is where it's kind of losing me. I don't understand. So what's been happening now throughout the day is that, first of all, everyone's still upset at the CEO of United because he basically never apologized, really, just gave a bunch of blanketed corporate talk.
It's very vague, kind of shifting the blame.
Yep, exactly. And today they're paying attention because the only way you can get a corporation to pay attention is through their money. And today, United shares nosedived.
Plummeted.
To the ground, crash and burn, no pun, actually pun intended a lot, to the tune of almost $1 billion.
1.4 billion.
Oh, over $1 billion now.
Yeah, 1.4
okay.
billion.
Wow. So this is now their number one priority to fix this, because obviously that's a lot of money.
It's a lot.
Yeah. What else is happening today is kind of crazy. When someone is a victim of getting bullied by, or assaulted in this case, by a huge corporation, they're usually the party that's receiving a lot of sympathy, which this individual has. And we now know this individual, his name is David Dow, and he's a doctor.
Yes.
But what was kind of surprising today is that there has been multiple media outlets essentially, I don't know if I can call it a smear campaign, but it seems like it. It seems like everybody is going through 2 decades of his life and turning up every single thing that we might find juicy or, maybe a little upsetting. TMZ first reported that, I think they first reported, in 2004, David traded drugs for sexual favors. And then it was reported that he somehow won over $100,000 as a professional poker player. I don't know why that's relevant. And then it was reported that he lost his medical license and he's not even right now at full capacity to practice law. Why do you think this is happening?
I don't know. I think with any of these cases, they kind of try to discredit the...
Is TMZ in United's pocket? Do TMZ and basically, and what else? That I think the Kentucky Courier Journal, do they work for United? It seems that way right now.
So the Courier Journal, they brought out the facts that, he has a dirty history. They didn't specifically say he was right or wrong.
Well, they can't say because it's not an opinion piece.
Exactly.
But why bring all this up?
Because it's journalism. Because modern journalism has moved to this more clickbaity, let's dig into people's past and not practice actual, legit, ethical journalism.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and say this is not journalism. I'm going to go ahead and say this is just digging up gossip.
Clickbait.
This is all it is. This is like it. When someone is treated the way David was treated, dragged from his seat, basically assaulted, humiliated internationally, basically, and now has his whole past dug up for everyone to see.
I mean, he's a private civilian, just
right.
like...
This is not DiCaprio.
Us, but yeah,
it's not DiCaprio. It's not even a YouTuber, exactly. Yeah. It's not even like, okay, Mikechenx, but okay, you look at my videos and be like, well, that's common knowledge. You can dig up some of my old videos and be like, yo, this guy believes in mermaids, whatever. So I mean, you could do that, fine. It's out there because I'm sort of in a public light.
Put yourself out there.
Right, but he didn't. He's a doctor, and who gave these journalists the right to rummage through his life and dig up these unsavory parts of his past? Now,
and these were a decade ago, more than a decade ago.
Now, do I support the fact that David, traded drugs for sex? No, obviously not. That's horrible. I mean, yes, I now have a low opinion of him as an individual because he did this, but that doesn't
negate the fact or makes it okay for people to be treated the way that he was treated.
Exactly. It has nothing to do with it. Yes, all these stories work. Okay, he's not the greatest guy in the world. Okay, that's established now. All right, but did I even need to know that? No. My question is, I have two thoughts on this. One is, has our journalistic ethics or standards sunk to such a degree where even a victim of something, we are trying to just find some other juicy, Oprah-esque thing from his past to bring up? Or did the CEO of United, being the great PR communicator that he is, buy off multiple news outlets and be like, guys, go after this guy and find me any dirt you can? Which, you know what? That's not out of the realm of possibility for me.
I don't think the CEO, any human with a clear mind, would go out of their way to dig themselves deeper into a hole.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not think that's out of the realm of possibility because this guy literally woke up today and his life is upside down. Okay, his life is upside down. His company just lost $1 billion. He is being attacked by every single person under the sun, rightfully so. I think he's desperate enough to do something. I don't know. Maybe.
But like the thing that he dug up, it's not even that big of a deal because regardless of this person's past, what they did was still wrong.
Right.
You know, like this guy didn't convict murderers, or he wasn't known to be belligerent or crazy in public.
But still, I feel like the general opinion of him, people's general opinion of him, would have dropped a little bit. In contrast to, let's say, if you found out he was like this hero, doctor that saved infants, and he missed work and somebody is now dead because he missed work.
Well, of course, but I think given most articles that have been published, people do discount this new discovery as irrelevant to the treating of a human being.
I think if you rationalize it, it does, right? But I still feel like it served a purpose where it's like, okay, you know what? This person may not be the greatest person, and that's why he might have been. Because I feel like I'm just still going down the angle of, let's say the CEO did all this smear campaign stuff, okay? His goal might have been, okay, look at this guy. He's not the, patient, maybe a great doctor that people are thinking. Maybe he did become belligerent on the airplane. Maybe he did say something to the security that warranted what happened to him. I think, I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here, but I'm thinking that could have been, if that was the case, that could have been the goal of all that. And maybe I'm watching a little too much House of Cards.
I think you are.
How many of you, I don't know, how many of you think that could be a possibility? I have no idea at this point. But I just don't understand why journalists think this is because it's not even like TMZ did it, okay? TMZ did it, okay, you're TMZ, you belong on the toilet, whatever. That's TMZ. But other publications, a lot of people, New York, I think New York Post, well, they're kind of trashy. Well, like a lot of trashy publications, but still, there are a lot of media outlets who are running with the news that, hey, this guy traded drugs for sex. Hey, this guy, he got his license suspended. Hey, this guy, he won money at poker. I don't even understand why that's relevant. But I just don't know why all these journalists think that, yeah, these should be great stories to run because we just found this guy's journal under his bed and here's page 10 of what that's seemed like what's happening. Can you imagine a scenario? Let's say a person was assaulted, okay? Sexually assaulted, sex victim, and this, I don't know, and it was a part of a story that was completely just blown up. Can you imagine journalists digging into that victim's history and be like, hey, yeah.
By the way, public, you should know this.
Yeah. Hey, Sally, she kissed 2 guys at prom. Can you imagine something like that happening? This is kind of like that. This is kind of like just digging on some random trash and I don't know what they're trying to do to this victim. And yeah, I think this guy, he might not have been a good dude. Did he deserve what happened to him though? No. I don't understand. I just don't understand what's happening today.
It's a violation of privacy.
Yeah. But anyway, that's the update of this whole entire story. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think this is some crazy conspiracy by the CEO? Or do you think this is just journalistic integrity just getting flushed down the toilet?
I think it's the latter.
Thanks for watching.